Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. And today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, as well as Trials of Osiris. So I'll give you a brief rundown on those two things, as well as all the other farms, glitches, cheeses that you can use heading into the weekend if you haven't had a chance to play very much this week. It's been quite the week for information of upcoming content, so I'll do a brief recap of some of the stuff that we saw this week, or things that will be upcoming for next week, which should be a pretty major content drop as far as what we've seen over the last couple of months. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things I just mentioned will also enter you into any future giveaways. On this channel, we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. When we reach 100,000 subscribers on the channel, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series or a PlayStation or a video card if you play on PC. You can also stick around till the end of the video for the secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section for another entry into that next giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. And of course, if you leave any comment on any of the topics of discussion in today's video or anything I might mispronounce in the comments section down below, it'll also give you another entry into the next giveaway. So starting off with XUR on the main page, as you can see, we have the Skyburner Catalyst. Definitely pick it up if you don't have it. Makes this weapon quite a bit better. Though, interesting question to all of you. This weapon, if I'm not losing my mind, I am getting a little older, used to penetrate the phalanx shields in the Proving Ground strike. So the big shields that the bosses or the mini-bosses would put up, you could actually shoot through them with this exotic. I actually thought that was one of the perks of this exotic, as it does more damage to Cabal shields, hence the phalanx shields. It doesn't seem to do that anymore. Is that just me, or is that everybody? Was there some sort of change to that? I thought that was a feature, not a bug. So let me know what your experience has been with that in the comments section down below. Be interested to hear your thoughts. Sleeper Simulant Catalyst definitely makes this weapon a lot better as well. Not too bad in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon for the, is it the second to last boss, the ones that are all the Shriekers. Though I know the meta for that at the moment seems to be Anarchy, funny enough. But if you're not somebody who has Anarchy, or if that's just not your style, this is a really good alternative to that. For exotics this week, for the Hunter class, we have the Ophidia's Scythe. Not the easiest one to pronounce. Hopefully I got it right. Grants 2 knives per charge with a 68 total roll. Not a bad stat distribution. 68 is very, very high as far as overall stat rolls go. So pick this up if you don't have it. We have the Titan Ramparts for the Titan class. Hopefully I said that right. With a 61 roll, I'm not sure how this plays into the meta at the moment. You and your allies can shoot through your towering barricade. I'm sure that has its place in certain endgame PvE, but I don't know if this is the go-to at the moment. I know there's some amazing builds for Titans. Titans seem to have maybe like 2 really amazing builds, but they're just so good. So I know that a lot of people aren't really using a lot of different exotics with them at the moment, but 61 roll overall, I think you could probably skip it. And then we have the Stag for the Warlock with a 67 roll, still very high. Maybe not the best stat distribution, though it's fairly even across the board, so you could definitely build into this. I would say the Stag is always been more of a PvP focused exotic. Rift grants damage reduction, grants Rift energy when critically wounded, creates healing rifts on death, so, you know, I don't really know exactly how this plays. I haven't used it myself in a while. I'm always on my other exotics, my gauntlets. We also have the exotic class items farmable this week, so I'll talk a little bit about best ways to farm out strange coins. Remember, you can hold a lot more strange coins now, so it's much more worth farming these. Of course, if you cannot pick these up, it's probably because you have not actually unlock them. No, I do have Final Shape, everybody, but I'm recording on my PC, which fortunately we don't have account crossover anymore, so I play primarily on a console, and that is where all my expansions and DLCs are owned. I don't really take the time to get them on both just for recording on PC. However, you can, if you've unlocked the exotic class items by doing the Dual Destiny mission, you can farm them from XUR this weekend for strange coins. You can buy as many as you want. You can get random rolls on them. You can also focus these if you have completed the Dual Destiny mission. If you were somebody who unlocked exotic class items through the Festival of the Lost this past fall, I know it seems like a long time ago now, you can also farm them, but you cannot focus them through the Pale Heart, your ghost vendor in the Pale Heart. So, good luck farming out your favorite rolls. Let me know if there's any specific ones you were looking for in the comments section down below, and we'll also give you another entry into that next giveaway. To the More Strange Offers page, don't forget to pick up your Favor of the Nine buff if you are farming exotic class items or just strange coins in general. You can stack this up 3 times over the course of 3 weekends, of course, but will give you a lot more strange coins and allows you to farm very easy activities. I'll talk about one specifically for a lot of strange coins. So you can do a lot of very easy activities in a very short period of time for a lot more strange coins. But for material offers, we have 2 enhancement cores for 17 strange coins. Total ripoff, if you ask me. We have 7 enhancement cores for 11 strange coins. We have 11 enhancement cores for 17 strange coins. 30,000 glimmer for 5 strange coins. Thank you very much. And 33,000 glimmer for 7 strange coins. Yes, I will take all the glimmer. I know. But listen, guys, I'm going to show you my character in 1 second. You're going to understand what I'm spending so much glimmer on. I have been enhancing weapons like crazy. Some reason I never run out of enhancement cores, though. I think that's because I'm always deleting old weapons, and you seem to get a lot of enhancement cores, actually, from doing that. A lot more enhancement cores than glimmer. We also have Vanguard Engrams, 3 Vanguard Engrams for 31 strange coins. Seems pretty steep. Of course, we have our strange gifts. Not the worst way to spend 1 strange coin at a time if you're just trying to tally up to your Favor of the Nine buff. You can also get, remember, raid banners and stuff like this, but also blue armor, so look out. Bit of a monkey's paw there. And then we have the strange gear offers, the meat and potatoes of today's video. We have the Hawk Moon with rangefinder and combat grip. We have the Jade Rabbit, the Hard Light, and the Two-Tailed Fox. Interesting weapons, all 3. I think the Hard Light is still not bad in PvP, though I'm probably wrong about that. But an interesting weapon just because you can swap out the burns from Solar Void and Arc. Jade Rabbit apparently is not only really good in PvP, but also been doing fairly well in PvE, I've been hearing. I don't know if that's correct. Let me know in the comments section down below if you've used this recently for either of those things. I see it fairly often in PvP, especially if you're playing any sort of game type where we occasionally get in the Crucible where there's no shields, because this will essentially like one-shot people in the head. And then the Two-Tailed Fox, an interesting one. Kind of one of those weird exotics that tends to break things on occasion. There's been times where it, because of the 2 rockets, would stun, I believe, overload champions when it wasn't listed to. I think that might still be the case. You can also do some interesting glitches with this weapon in the most recent raid. I'll talk a little bit about that in 1 second once we get through the legendary weapons. But where you can actually start the final damage phase a little early. There's also another recent glitch discovered by my buddy Sinister, who I think is sitting with me in the tower, that allows you to do the same glitch, but with the XUR'S, I believe, is the exotic. The one that shoots the moths. So you could use it with special ammo versus heavy. Anyway, on to legendary weapons. If you're interested, by the way, in knowing a little bit more about either one of those glitches, you can let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe I'll make that a future video. We have the spare rations with subsistence, vorpal weapon, and disaster plan. We have a distant pull with tunnel vision, collective action, and unsatiated hunger. Got it right this time, I think. This is a deep sight activation weapon, so it can be crafted. We have the number with precision frame, surplus, and high impact reserve. We have an annual skate with adaptive frame, no distraction, and opening shot. We have the Canis Major with surplus and chain reaction. We have the thin precipice, I think I said that one correctly too this time, with heavy guard, tireless blade, harmony, and also unsatiated hunger. Another deep sight activation weapon here, so it can be crafted. And then we have the Eternity's Edge with Infinite Guard and Relentless Strike. This is normally only, of course, for the Warlocks, but can be used on all classes now. I don't know if all classes can see it, though. I'm always curious what weapon appears here, because it was always supposed to be the class-specific sword. So I would always see Eternity's Edge, Titans would see something else, Hunters would see something else. But now, because you can use all three on all three classes, I wonder if it's still just the Warlocks see this, but you could just switch it over. So if anybody's interested in an Eternity's Edge, you don't normally play one because you're on a Hunter or Titan, you can now. Glaives also work this way now. It was a glitch that became a feature. For legendary weapon, or legendary arm, excuse me, we have a 66 roll on the gauntlets for the Warlock. We have a 64 roll on the chest piece for the Warlock. 61 on the helmet, and a 65 on the boots. The boots are not bad. I believe the Titans got the best of it. As far as there was, I think, a 67 roll. I don't think Hunters had anything very good. Going to pick up these 7 enhancement cores. Remember, you can also get Adept weapons from the strange Engrams, so ranking up XUR still, or is, a very good thing. People kind of forget about it. We also, remember, have our Exoitc Cipher page, or the Exotic Cipher quest. So if you're looking to make any of your exotic armor into essentially an artifice piece of armor, I wonder what's going to happen with this over the summer when that kind of goes away. But you can pick up an Exotic Cipher quest here. You can also get one for the rank rewards. And that is going to conclude all the information regarding XUR today. Hopefully you found something there helpful. We're going to now head over through the tower, head over to St. 14, talk a little bit about trials. Also, briefly, before I go over there, I know that I'm stopping in the middle of a hallway, but just before I forget, if you are doing the final raid, or the new raid, Salvation's Edge at all, and you want to use either the Two-Tailed Fox or the XUR'S to essentially start the final damage phase early, you can use those two weapons to basically take out the runes that are on the final boss that you would normally need to shoot to actually start the damage, or I believe you have to get through a phase of damage in order to actually do damage to. You can do damage to those if you don't start the encounter, if you stand in a specific point. I'm sure some people have seen videos on this, but if you'd like to know more about that, let me know in the comment section down below, as I said before. But I just wanted to name the raid before I forget. Also, if you are farming out strange coins, the absolute best farm still is to just head over to the Cosmodrome and queue up the Devil's Lair Strike. Now, if you have the strange coin buff going, you are going to be getting a lot of strange coins from a very easy activity. A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to go through the Strike playlist. You can just go directly to the map and go to Devil's Lair and queue it up like this. It will still count. You can just do it over and over again. I think you can clear this in under 5 minutes, probably 3 minutes if you're really moving and you have a fire team. You can also get strange coins, of course, from Trials of Osiris, which we're going to cover. And over on the moon, we had the In the Deep mission available this week, which is the only AFK XP farm for weapons and player XP still in the game. So head over there if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about that. I do have videos on it, but you can also let me know in the comments section down below. But it's still the only I'll say, completely passive farm for XP in the game. Also, over on the moon, we had the Duality Dungeon available this week. And now we'll make our way up through the tower. Sinister and Real Des waiting for me, knowing that I would eventually make it over to Banshee 44. I'm sure they're like, why is he taking so much time? A lot of stuff to cover this week. He has a Nox Perennial with Fragile Focus and Kickstart. I believe these are the same roles as they were the other day. We have a Nezarac's Whisper with Genesis Turnabout Extrovert, Deep State Activation here. Remember, he does sell out-of-the-box enhanceable weapons now, so this Nox Perennial is able to be fully enhanced. So you can get an enhanced version of Fragile Focus and Kickstart. It's also a fairly good Origin perk with Wild Card. We have a Threaded Needle with Clown Cartridge and Vorpal Weapon. Not a bad Threaded Needle, actually. We have a 7th Seraph Saw with Clown Cartridge and Disruption Break. We have this Bad Omens with Tracking Module and Cluster Bomb, which is essentially a little mini Galahorn, though it is a non-craftable, non-enhanceable weapon, as most of these are. This is still a very good roll. And we have a Hollow Denial with Adaptive Munitions, Swashbuckler, Extrovert, can also be crafted. Deep State Activation weapon available there. Now, quickly for stuff that is coming in the upcoming week, and I did cover this in my last video yesterday, so if you're looking for a little bit more information, you can go there. But just be ready, because next week we are finally getting the new rocket sidearm, the Lotus Eater. This is going to be an amazing, just an amazing weapon overall. An amazing rocket sidearm and one of the best sidearms in the game. It might be the best rocket sidearm, which are just the go-tos for endgame PvE at the moment. Most people know Indebted Kindness or Tenacious Mastery. This one, I think, is going to outdo them all. I believe it will, of course, roll with destabilizing rounds, but I also think that Repulsor Brace might be another one of the rolls. I was looking at some comments people left in the last video of some rolls they were looking for. Everybody seems to be going for destabilizing rounds, but I can't remember what the other perk was that was for the true 100% God roll. But there's going to be some excellent rolls available all around. I think anything with destabilizing rounds is probably going to be really good on that weapon. It's going to play into the champion meta. Also, we're going to have Guardian games on Tuesday. I think the Nightfall is going to be the PsyOps Battleground Cosmodrome, so it's not going to be the easiest one to farm, but still very doable, especially for that weapon. I'll have a video out on Tuesday for it. Guardian Games has a new Rush playlist. It's going to be a lot like Court of Blades, which I think is also coming on Tuesday's reset. Both of those are sort of Rush playlist activities. Guardian Games has a huge change this season, so I think it's just all around, it's going to be an amazing Tuesday. If you're looking for a little bit more information about Guardian Games or Court of Blades, the new Court of Oryx, you can check out my last video. But yeah, it's going to be super crazy. I'm going to pick up my, powerful weapon. I have Ascendant Alloy from last week. Oh, looks like I have a few Powerful Trials pieces of gear. This week's Trials weapon is the Keen Thistle. I think I said that correctly. I actually have a few rolls on this from last week. I just wanted to put my character and show. These are the ones. And you can see, this is where I'm spending my Glimmer on. Like so many fully enhanced weapons. Mine, I have Snapshot Sight and Moving Target. That one seems pretty good. Also have a Lone Wolf and Opening Shot. So I'm going to be trying these a few more times in Trials this weekend. Remember, you can get your Lighthouse passage, which 7 wins get you to the Lighthouse, solo, group, whatever. So make sure you definitely go with that. Well, that's what I'm going to be going with, at least. If you're a more competitive player, you can go with the Flawless passage. But I know you can't see them here, but you will have the 2 passages available right here under your Focus Decoding. Again, I am not somebody who plays on PC, just occasionally records a Friday video on PC. And that is going to conclude all the information in today's video. Oh, the last thing. The Trials map is Endless Vale this weekend. I knew there was at least one more thing that I didn't want to forget. So much information, guys. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming on Tuesday, as I said. So make sure to be on the lookout for a couple of things. I might cover Guardian games. Certainly going to cover a farm, or the best ways to farm the Lotus Eater. So be on the lookout for that. Big shout out to my buddy, Lord Sinister. He might be streaming Trials of Osiris this weekend. I'm probably going to jump in for at least a few runs so that he can put me in his backpack and carry me to the Lighthouse, even though I only need 7 wins. He still really helps out quite a bit. Unfortunately, we're not going to be getting the double rewards this weekend, as there was sort of a glitch last weekend and we were getting double Trials loot because it was a double Crucible loot week, and it's not supposed to work for Trials, but it did. I don't know if Bungie's going to patch that. I think they said they were going to, but who knows? Maybe next time we get double Crucible ranks, or double Crucible rewards, excuse me. Maybe we'll get some interesting stuff from Trials as well. But in any case, thanks so much for watching all the way till the end of the video. If you've watched to this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Trials of Osiris or a hashtag XUR, of course. Hashtag The Final Shape, hashtag Guardian Games, hashtag Court of Blades. Let's see, what else? I think that's enough. I think that's enough hashtags for this weekend. Hashtag Sinister, because he's awesome. Any of those things will give you an entry into the next giveaway a second time for this video, as well as any comment about any of the topics or anything I might have mispronounced. I think I got through it all correctly this weekend, but I'm sure I missed something. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend playing the activity in the game that you enjoy the most. Tune in Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching once more, and of course, we will see you next time.